We are live. Let's go, kid. What's up, young lady? Catching the beginning of the show. Let's do it. Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes, though. She like, they go. She like, we go. On Sunday, she like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the real question is, where you been? Like over here on my side, we deal with sports, hip hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes when people don't be acting flaky, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. I got mines in today. So before you leave the page, if you can rock with that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so when I upload these videos, you get alerted. And if it's not your first time, and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start this show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. And we in the end game because it's Pride Day for those that celebrate. If you live in that life, you live in your best life. No shade to you. Do what you do. Just know that in this life and the next life, we will have to answer for what we did in this world. You know what I mean? Good and bad. So, you know, live your best life. I got family in the community. You know what I mean? I love them for who they are. You know, and it's no judgment zone. I don't agree, but that don't mean I don't love. That don't mean I don't support them. That don't mean I don't want them to be successful in their endeavors and what they doing in their life. But only thing I really find interesting is obviously they got a lot of power. The Jewish community, the gay community, etc. They seem to have a hold on this shit. And if you know, spew venom or you spew words that's against the movement or what they do, or you violate, like you're seeing in the news recently or the last couple of days, because it is Pride Month and today is the parade for those that went down there. I know a few people that went down there trying to make some money selling the nutcrackers and, you know, doing what they do. But we've been seeing on the news, people houses been, you know, getting vandalized downtown, you know, where the, what is it, the Yellow Wall or the Yellowstone or whatever this shit is. People been snatching the flags and shit. FA, what up, my guy? People been snatching their flags and just like really doing the most. And I say, listen, you know, live and let others live. You know what I mean? That's the best way. Number one, you just really don't want to get caught up, not even so much in a hate crime. I mean, even though they will charge you with a hate crime for violating or burning or damaging property in addition, it's just really not worth it. Like, you know what I'm saying? As long as they're not infringing upon you, and that's my only issue when it comes to those that, you know, partake and that's their lifestyle. When you see grown men, right, walking the streets with a fucking thong on, you know, you got kids walking the streets, you got, you know, elderly people walking the streets. It's just really distasteful. Like, you could do what you want to do inside the confines of your own home. Like, if you want to have, you know, gay orgies and you want to, you know what I mean, a banana in the tailpipe, do whatever floats your boat, do whatever pleases you. Just know that we all going to be judged. But the thing is, when you start to infringe upon other people, when you forcing it on other people, and, you know, in Islam, there's no compulsion in religion. You know what I mean? You can't force people to believe. you can't force people to see it your way. You know what I'm saying? Melanie, what up? Do what you're gonna do. Just don't force it upon people. Just don't make people uncomfortable. Like how Drake said, like, you know what I mean, my bitch ass so big, when she come in the room, she make people so uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Type to suck you off and then have lunch with you. You don't want to see grown men, like, you know, walking with thongs on and just being distasteful just because they can. And that's the days and times that we live in. But if you celebrating, do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, just don't you know what I mean, force it on other people, because I don't think it's right. Like, you know what I mean, nobody should. As far as judging, and we all gonna have our own biasness. We're gonna have our own, you know what I mean, look at people with judgmental views, whether you like it or not. Like, you can run from it, dread it. Destiny arrives all the same. People are gonna, my guy, what up, Tiki? People gonna judge and have something to say about you regardless, good or bad or indifferent. You can't stop that. You shouldn't live your life based on that. But what you shouldn't do is, you know, be disrespectful, be distasteful. Because if they wasn't gay, right? Let's just say, gay men walking around, thongs in their ass, different type of sheer clothing where you can clearly see kids, older people, adults walking around. It's distasteful. But just imagine a straight man, you know what I mean, walking, showing the whole package. You'll be like, damn, I'm in the store, you know, I'm in Walmart with my daughters. I'm in Al 9 getting some cat food for my cat, getting some dog food for my dog. I'm shopping, you know what I mean? I'm getting some poo-poo spray for when I take a shit, right? I'm being funny, but I'm not. You see a dude walking, you know what I mean, whole sausage is out, or he wearing some real revealing shit as a straight man. You'll be like, damn, homie, like, my daughters is here, my little nieces and nephews, type of time you on, like some pedophilia, some predatorial, which type of time you on. It's no different when they do it. The only difference is they representing the flag and they part of the community. That's just really how I see it. You know what I'm saying? But do you, and you're gonna come out in your own way, like Ghost and Ray on the purple team. Let's get into some other shit, right? Like, let's get to the bottom of this. No pun intended. Seeing a lot of people post up you know, the Simpsons and shit. You know what I'm saying? When I was in Orlando, I got this cup from the Simpsons, Orlando, Florida, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We was out there for my small boy graduation. Just graduated high school. He in college now. Salute to everybody that's graduated. Salute to everybody that graduated. Salute to everybody that crossed the finish line, and now you in line to do bigger and greater things. And you had good people in your corner to push you forward, to help you 52 block all of the dumb shit, and now you on your way to bigger and better things. Salute to everybody that's on that path, right? We was out there for him, and I got the cup. But the submarine shit, right? And this is gonna be a rapid fire show. I got shit to do. I'm out of here in a couple of, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be out of here real quick. The submarine shit, right? Now that the debacle, the saga is over, they said they found the debris, the shit imploded, it exploded on them. And for what you will, I will say this, if that's true, as far as the explosion, at least it was a quick death, right? Like, you know what I mean? Hopefully. And I often play on the show, you know, because I think about death often. I think we all should ponder death. Pondering death is not to scare you, it's not to spook you, in my opinion. It's to help you appreciate life that you have on this earth. You was the one that made it out of all of the sperm cells. You swindled your way, you know what I mean, to the egg. You fertilized the egg. Your mother carried you for 9 months. Allah bless you to be born. A lot of the other sperm cells didn't make it. Your life is what your life is, and life is what you make it. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of times, good or bad, and we all gonna have trials and tribulations, right? We all gonna be tested every year, at least 2 times. That's what I believe. You make it, you here, right? When it comes to the submarine shit, they lost their life. I want to go a quick and an easy death, like Drake said. I want a quick death and an easy one. I want a bad bitch and an honest one. I don't want to be tortured. I don't want to, suffer. And I know I can't choose and pick and choose how I'm going to go. Neither can you. None of us know where we're going to go, how we're going to go, who we're going to go with, if we're going to go with anybody. We all just know that one day, Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game and we're going to die. And for these rich people, right? I said, damn. Simpsons got the episode with motherfucking Homer Simpson going to the bottom of the ocean looking for some treasure. He trying to follow the guy that took him down there and he got stuck. And these people here, they lost their communication. It's unfortunate. Dude took his son on an excursion with him. And I said, damn, like number one, no black people on the voyage, right? And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Y'all know on the channel I plainly say that. I'm being funny, but I'm not. The reason why I'm saying that is because, black folks just don't do shit like that. Like, we may do the most and but you black. We may do a lot of shit. Quay, what up? Quay's in Malaysia. I mean, my niece just entered the chat. We might do a lot of shit that's crazy, that's deranged, that's over the top, that's extra, right? But when we get rich, like I'm Rick James, bitch, and I'm Big Fish, you rich. When you make it to the top of the top and you become the best around, nothing's ever gonna keep you down. You the best. Like, you make it to the top of your field, whether it's athlete, actor, singer, artist or scientist, whatever it is, right? We don't put our money on doing the most shit that can kill us. You may do a little bungee jumping. You may do a little NASCAR racing on some shit that get the heart going. I mean, Great Adventures is a stretch now. And coming from a person that is a risk taker, I've been a risk taker my whole life. I'm going to go for it, you know what I mean? Get that adrenaline going. But to pay $250,000, like, you know what I mean? To go to the bottom of the ocean to see a wreckage that's been down there for whatever, you're going to get a little glimpse at it. I just don't really see the point. And it is, again, where rich motherfuckers want to fly out to space. They want to try certain risky behaviors, do things that's risky after you make it to the top of the top. And black folks, they want to hold on to their money. They don't really want to do no risking. You know what I mean? You may do a little jet ski. I'm being funny because that's not risky at all. If you can swim and you got the life shit on you. You're not trying to fly to the moon once you make it to be a millionaire, 1,000. Like, you're not going to risk certain things. A lot of us don't have fucking life insurance, so more or less to pay. And then when you look at the submarine or the little hovercraft that they was in, shit was small, and they didn't really have no luxury seats and bulletproof windows or whatever the case. Like, to really be comfortable, dive down, it wasn't no string attached to it. In case we lose communication, we could string this shit back up. And eventually they found them, but it was too late. And it's like, what would you do, or what do you think is too risky after you made it to the top? To me, that was a little too risky. For $250,000 for each individual, they could have built a little small pond, 100 feet down, put a wreckage in there that resembles the Titanic, and then swum in that shit and made it like, like a safari or something, but to really dive all the way down just to get a glimpse of the Titanic that been down there for years. You've seen the movie, you've seen the artifacts. What satisfaction are you getting out of it? I understand maybe the adrenaline of traveling down deep and it's dark in the ocean. And I'll just say, like in the last, live that I did, speaking about Jackie O, speaking about P&B Rock, when we, not question God, but when we, Bryce, what up, my nigga? When we act like shit don't stink, like, you know what I mean? It's only but so many chances you're gonna get before you get smacked with reality. Like, back to reality, up, there goes gravity, up. Like, you only gonna get a little bit of chances to dance with the devil. And pray to God you ain't got 2 left feet. You're only going to get a little bit of chances. And diving to the bottom of the ocean, trying to go to the moon, doing certain things that may be out the scope. Quay, I don't, when death is involved, you know, I'm religious, I'm not perfect, but I have a sense of faith. I have a spiritual side that I try to feed often, every day. I think we all should. It helps keeps the devils away. It helps keep the negativity away, and devil is on your back. And the devil was a lie. Make no mistake about it. So that's why I do it. Plus, I have faith. It helps me from being depressed. It helps me from feeling down and helpless. Sometimes the emotions that human beings go through, just being human, you're going to feel some type of, you know what I mean, like overwhelmness. And so the spiritual side, to me, helps fight that. So when it comes to death and how I feel about people feeling sorry for them, you know, I don't wish death on nobody. You know what I'm saying? You can argue some people deserve it. Like I say, I've been to jail. Y'all know I'm not an angel on the channel. When you see the fucking dude that just got caught robbing old people at gunpoint, doing real foul shit, you say niggas like him, they should go under the jail. They should be penalized. But when you start saying death, then you start getting into like the Most High realm, and it's like, God put us here if you believe the Most High, so we all got life. Who am I to say life should be taken? Even though your emotions, your feelings can get triggered, and you can be like, yo, fucking kill them all. Like, I want a house burned to the ground. I want this whole family killed because they did something to me. So I don't wish nothing on them. I feel like, you know, you can have compassion, you can have empathy, but at the same time, when you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. Then when you hear the footage, the black box and all that, you hear them scared, you hear the dude banging on the door, or they banging on the shit, and they're like, don't leave me here. You know what I mean? Like, it's frantic, it's fear, it's horror, it's horrifying. Like, you know what I mean? And like Thanos said, you know what I mean, it turns the leg to jelly. You can run from it, but destiny arrives all the same, or at least say, I have. You know what I mean? So it's just really fucked up. You know what I mean? May the Most High have mercy on them. What's too risky for you? For me, I'm not bungee jumping. I'm not trying to fly to space. I don't want to go deep diving. Now I did when we was in me and my lady, we was in Mexico. Where we was at? We was in went to Mexico twice. Went to fucking Cancun, and we went to Los Cabos. We did the you know the what they snorkeling. We did the snorkeling, and you got to jump off the boat. You know what I mean? Go under the water with the little shit on, and you see the fucking what's the eels? Not the eels. The fucking them shark fish. The fish that can electrocute you, and you see all little fishes. Even that's a little risky, like a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky, a little nervous. And I can swim. Doing things that's just a little too risky, I'm not with that. Especially if I make it to have a couple dollars and I got something to risk. Every day coming out your apartment in the hood, it could be no other way. And do you ever think about when you out of here, your record deal, video, Mercedes Benz, all that shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? Salute to them. Rest in peace to their, condolences to their family. And may the Most High have mercy on them. I'm not doing no shit like that. You ain't see no black people on there for a reason. I'm just saying. Let's get to some other shit. We in the end game cause Taxstone, brother that was caught up obviously in the Troy Ave situation. You know, Troy Ave was, went to the hotel and shit. His man got murdered, unfortunately. Dude had the burner. Obviously, I did a show on this. I did a live on this. If you're not familiar, you could go see the other video I did. But the decision has been rendered. The case is over. He went to trial. He blew trial. They sentenced him. and they sentenced him to 35. Like, you know what I mean? Like 35 years for the murder, you know, of the brother. You know what I mean? Troy Ave, man. And Troy Ave been going hard. He been campaigning about Taxstone going to jail, being happy he was in jail, happy, pretty much bragging and boasting, if you will, about testifying, about getting on the stand. And Kareem Akbar, he is the true leader of the CNB. And if I'm going down, I'm taking all you motherfuckers with me. I'm being funny, but I'm not. That's a New Jack City reference. Nino Brown, Miss Hawkins, right? Like, because ain't no poppy seeds, you know what I mean? No poppy fields made in Harlem. Ain't no gun shops made in Harlem. And I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Miss Hawkins. I'm being funny, but I'm not. One of the most iconic, you know, filmed parts in the movie when he was on stand and he was justifying why he gonna tell and sing his fucking heart out even though he was the kingpin. So Troy Ave was bragging and boasting, promoting his album. What's the name of this shit? Dear Hater, I Won. And you know, musically, songs is fire. Let's be clear. Most of the songs that I heard from that LP, fire. But he was bragging and boasting. And when you listen to the music prior to that, one of my favorite songs by Troy Ave is Chuck Norris. And it's, I fucks with the hoes and the gangsters. I mop up the dough yelling thank you. Like, you know what I mean? I'm getting money, you should try it. Bragging and boasting about sending another man to jail. I get it. It was beef. Beef is when you're not safe up in the streets. Beef is when you roll, you know, no less than 30 deep. Beef is when ICU, guaranteed to be in ICU. You carrying guns. You bragging about a lifestyle that shouldn't be glorified. That's number one. I know what it's like to be in the streets. I also know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail. And go to jail and get them handcuffs put on you. You know what I'm saying? Yakisobe line, chili con corn, bend over, squat, cough, lift your nuts up. It's not nothing nice. I never would brag or boast about people going to jail, but if you're a fan of the show, if you're a supporter of the show, you know on the channel I do quote and I often say, some people deserve to be under the jail because they pieces of shit, they lowlifes. Like ladies, gentlemen, and lowlifes. Some people is just fucking low class, they lowlifes. And when you do certain heinous acts, especially black on black, oh, but you black, you deserve what you get. Taxstone case, right? Let's think about this. How unbalanced or how corrupt, hypocritical the system is, the government, and the judicial system, etc., the penal system. We got R. Kelly, who I did a show about, Step in the Name of Love, and we having a backyard party. You know what I mean? The Pied Piper, one of the best R&B singers last 20 years, hands down. Trey Songz, negative. Usher, negative. Anybody you could think, who the other new nigga? What's this nigga that sings Starboy, you know? I'm a Starboy. What's the nigga name that had the red suit on during the Super Bowl? What's the nigga name? Tell me in the 99, he biting off Michael Jackson. Tell me in the 99. What the fuck is this nigga name? You know what I'm saying? The Weeknd, you know what I mean? Nothing on R. Kelly. I'm talking about just songwriting ability, talent-wise, untouchable, right? Unmatched. He brought Mr. Biggs back. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it a buck. They gave him 30 years. He ain't killed nobody. I'm not saying what he did is, you know what I mean? Like, he's not innocent. I'm not saying free R. Kelly. What I'm saying is, he didn't kill nobody. He violated. He did some shit to some underage girls. He been doing shit. Allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of. And you really don't even have to say allegedly, kind of, sort of, because he's convicted already. They already smacked him. 30 years. Like 30 years on your conscience, like Nas said. I'm watching brothers disappear. It's appalling. Some dudes had just only a year balling. They gave Taxstone 35. So you only get 5 more additional years, but a life is lost. It's a black life, but a life is lost. R. Kelly, no lives lost, 30 years. To me, it doesn't add up. But with that being said, he like, yo, I'm not doing the 35. You know what I mean? And he was on Twitter, obviously. He must got to burn a phone. He got an account. A lot of people in the Fed zone, you know, they got phones now. I be on the phone talking to niggas, you know what I mean? Shout outs to everybody in the Fed. Shout outs to everybody that got a phone. Shout outs to everybody that stand-up dudes that deserve to be home, but they not. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not stand-up. Everybody don't deserve to come home. Everybody don't deserve that energy. Some people deserve to fucking be in there, and that's somebody that's coming from somebody that did 10. You know what I mean? Straight. With that being said, he like, yo, you know, I'm not going to do the 35, woo, 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 And I hope he does go, you know, full throttle with his appeal, get in that law library, look for the loopholes and shit, because we know a lot of people, and I talk about this on the channel a lot, of you follow Popovich TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the fucking like button. Just because you was found guilty doesn't mean you're guilty. Just because you're found innocent don't mean that you're not guilty. We have cases where you innocent and you going to jail, like you going to jail now, and we have cases where you fucking guilty as a motherfucker because of the loopholes in the system, etc. You go home scot-free and you get to be with your family. Will he beat his appeal? I don't know. I look at it like this. Troy Ave had what he said what he said. Taxstone said what he said. Mano came out. Other people had things to say about this case. My whole thing is this, right? If you didn't bring the gun, probably none of this would have happened. Probably may have been a scuffle. Somebody might have got their ass beat. But it probably wouldn't have been a murder. The murder that took place was your gun, if I'm not mistaken. If you in the comments and you know more than me, drop it in the comments right now. Oh, like, nah, Lee, this is what happened. To my knowledge, it was his gun. It got rustled out or whatever, popped off, he killed homie died. You know what I'm saying? But if you didn't bring a gun to the venue, then he probably wouldn't have died. And none of us know where we're going to die, how we're going to die. You can say, yo, I'm never going to fly on a plane like Mr. T from the A-Team. And I pity the fool. You could not fly nowhere. You could drive. But on that day, if it's your time to die, you're going to get into a car accident. Something going to happen to you where you're going to die that day, even if you don't fly. Some people, you just may not die flying because you're like, listen, I'm never flying because I'm afraid of flying. I don't want to die on a plane. But the same day that the people that's flying, they're going to fly, you're going to drive or take a boat or a bus or whatever, and you're going to die that way. That's just how it's going to go. You're going to go when it's your time to go, and when it's not your time, even if you in the fire, even if you get shot in the head, blah, like, you know what I mean? Your TV, nigga try to turn your TV off, you're going to live. Even when you fall out the 5th-story building window and you 6 months old, you 2 years old, like we see a little baby sometimes, you say, damn, baby fell 6 feet to the ground and he lived and he wasn't even 1 year old yet. It's not your time. You hear people about getting shot in the head or, you know, just miraculous, you know, situations taking place where you don't die or the person doesn't die. It's not your time. You're not going to go. And when it's your time, a shot to the stomach will take you out. Where somebody gets shot in the head and they live. Will he get off on a pill? I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not wishing to do 35 years. A life was lost. Condolences to the family who lost life. And may Allah have mercy on the person that lost their life. But this is what we can learn from it. Possibly people that's involved. You want to be tough. You hanging with tough people. You go into events where you may possibly gotta use your burner. And like Future said, take the burner in the club in case a nigga ever gotta use it. Like, you know what I mean? On March Madness, you balling like it's March Madness, so you bring the burner inside the club just in case a nigga ever gotta use it. Shine, you know what I mean? You go to jail 8 years, Diddy get off. Any place where you feel you unsafe, you're a little shaky, a little nervous, getting shaky. You're a little fucking nervous because you're probably really not about that life. You don't want to throw no 1-2s and you scared to get punched in your face. You don't know how to block and, you know what I mean, counter. And I'm not Mayweather, but you throw a little hands. And we're going to do it anyhow, which way you want to do it. My advice is don't travel to these places. Don't go to these places. If you feel you got to bring protection. If you're a celebrity, you're an athlete, you're an entertainer, or you're a person of value, you got something to lose, bring security. Bring somebody that's licensed. Bring somebody that is under the law, and you'll be protected so that you don't got to do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to carry the burner, possibly use the burner, take a life because somebody's stepping to you. You know what I mean? Pardon me. And you scared to get punched in the face. You scared to go one-on-one because they're a little bigger than you. And you weigh $160, soaking wet. They can take your ID out your pocket, you're going to blow away. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. You scared, really? If you got it, you know what I mean? Or you got people that, you know, they carry the burner. It was a young brother. I forget where it was. He going into the gas station. He got the burner on him. He bumps the police mad hard. Or he end up bumping the police, like looking them up and down. Police, I mean, like, you fucking out of your mind. End up putting them on the wall, searching them, etc. You got the burner on you. I know, I carry burners. I got arrested for, you know, having guns, etc. I'm not an angel on the channel, y'all know that. It does give the Nas, how you like me now. I go blow, it's that shit that move crowds, making every ghetto foul. I might have killed your first style, scarred your life, crippled your style, I gave you power. I made you buck wild. I made you buck wild because just like alcohol, the liquid courage, when you got the burner on you, it does give you a little puffed up pride. You do feel like, let a nigga try to play me tonight. I wish a nigga would. To where you may act other than yourself. And you're now moving with humility. You're not moving like just because you got the burner don't mean other people don't got the burners. And like Raekwon from the Purple Tape, you got guns, we got guns too. What up, SunDaY? You want to battle for cash and see who's Sun Tzu? Like, yeah, you got guns, we got guns too, bro. And everybody just ain't gonna run for the hills because you pull your little gun out. And like motherfucking Harlem Nights, you like pow, 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 and niggas is like rah, rah, rah. Like rah, like, you know what I mean? I'm ill. I'm ill. And nigga like, yo, stop shooting that little shit. You know what I mean? Like, that shit ain't gonna do nothing. Some niggas got the AR. Some niggas got the AK. Some niggas will really let you have it even though you got something. And everybody got guns nowadays, and a lot of people is tough. Even though really a lot of people is not. They masquerading as tough. They faking the funk like they tough. But when really it comes down, push to shove, they really not tough. The gun gives them that little extra oomph. If you got to go somewhere where you got to carry a gun, bypass that shit. Skip it, go to the next event, leave that shit alone because, again, when you pull out the gun, you may not die, you may end up getting the kill. But now you get caught, and now you got 35 years sitting on your conscience, and now you arguing with trolls on Twitter, like I see you in, what is it, 2023? Shit, 2063? 68? Like niggas, like, I see you in 68. Woo! And then you already in your 40s. So just think about that for people that's my age bracket. Talking about going to jail now? In your 40s? What? No good. You can't do it. It's not for you. Young boys in there running wild. Police got it on a smash. I don't care if you're involved in a gang. It's going to be tough for you. It's not going to be no walk in the park. You're not playing with little boys in the park. It's going to be real rough for you. You know what I mean? Let's get into some other shit. Let's get into Pusha T, Jim Jones. Bully! Like, you know what I mean? Pusha T. I did the show on this. I did a live on this. I did a show on this. Talking about Jim Jones in the top 50. Like, you the best around. And nothing's ever gonna keep you like you the best. You made a top 50 list of hip hop. And right off the bat, when you're talking about hip hop, movies, you know, anything that's dealing with like an art form, it's subjective. You may like a certain thing, I may not like a certain thing. You may rock with a certain thing. Gray, what up? I may not like a certain thing. So Jim Jones, he had an opinion about Pusha T, and basically he was like, is he really top 50 worthy? In his opinion, he wasn't. He said he was alright, you know what I mean, like taking nothing away from him lyrically. He nice, etc., etc. And Pusha T is nice, make no mistake about it. I think lyrically, he is definitely super nice. Top 50? Maybe, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know who's my top 50. There's too many fucking artists. He not top 10. He not top 20. Top 30, I don't know. But, again, it's subjective. So you can put whoever you want in your top 50, your top 10. But he has some things to say, like, yo, you know, all he really rap about is a lot of drugs, a lot of cocaine and cocaine. He probably ain't sell. So pretty much he's taking little shots. He was on the Breakfast Club. He was on another podcast. And since then, Pusha T has responded subliminally. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't mention no names. He ain't take no straight shots. He just pretty much like, you know, reality TV is mud fighting or mud wrestling. And, you know, I will close your heaven for the hell of it. And a lot of little subtle jazz. We know how Pusha T could be. We know that he is a lyrical surgeon. He is nice lyrically. Jim Jones responded back immediately. Like, you know what I mean? Like, immediately. And I'm going to give Jim Jones the one zip right now. This is why. Number one, he mentioned this. You know exactly who he's talking about. There's no subliminals. He like, you talking about your brother, talking about my jury. He addressed the jury. He addressed the features. He pretty much addressed the beat was a little off, if you ask me. We ain't really used to hearing Jim Jones rap over beats like that. Let's be clear, out of the Dipset, he's not considered the best lyricist, the best MC, the best rapper out of Dipset. I think people will ultimately have Cam, Jewels probably, Jim, or some people may even have 40, JR, and even Hell as far as bars and lyrics. Songs-wise, you may say Jim got probably obviously better songs, you know, than Cal, than JR, got more songs on the radio, more hits. And more hits, like nice and smooth, more and more hits, and that's really ultimately what it's about. How many hits do you got? You know what I mean? How many hits in your 6-shooter you got? And that's why the verses are so popular, etc. And we take your catalog and we take my catalog, who's going to have the most hits and the most poppin'est songs, and we both select 2020. And so, you know, Jim Jones, his argument was by itself. If you take Pusha T catalog, not counting Kanye, not counting the clips, strictly by itself, is he worthy of top 50? All that aside, whether you think he top 50 or not. Now that is challenge. And there's no getting around it. There's no pity patting. Nigga, I'm on your ass now. Responded real quickly. Like, you know what I mean? Like Drake said, you know what I mean? Like, going back to back. Like, you ain't responding, Meek Mills. And people was getting on Meek Mills when Drake and Meek Mills was having their little splat. He took a little long. Drake is going back to back. Like, you giving you 2 days, nigga. Where y'all at? Jim Jones ain't taking no time at all. And for somebody that's considered not one of the best lyrically, street rapper, gangsterish rapper, not in my opinion, not really an MC or an artist. You know what I'm saying? And to get the understanding of what I'm talking about, is levels to this shit. In my opinion, some people are artists, some people are rappers. You know what I mean? And to paint that picture, we got my man Bryce and my man Gray on the song Artistic.
Yo, Fire, what up, nigga?
Be like, yo, niggas always ask me like, are you a rapper?
I had to put Bryce on this one.
No, I'm not a rapper. I'm an artist. I see it as difference between being a rapper
Oh, you a rapper?
and an artist.
I'm quick to tell niggas
Nah, I'm not a
rapper.
rapper. I'm an
I'm an
artist.
artist.
It's a difference.
I see it as a difference.
It's a
between
big
rapper and
difference.
artist.
And for those that can appreciate the craft, for those that know what I'm talking about, I am from the golden era of hip hop. I don't see Jim Jones as an artist. Just see him as a rapper. To me, Nas is an artist. Obviously, Hove is an artist. Eminem is an artist. Busta is an artist. T.I. is an artist. Lil Wayne is an artist. Drake is an artist. Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole is an artist. This just to paint a little, to give you an example, like this is rappers, then it's artists. Hip-hop MCs, people that can do both. They can give you bars. They can paint a picture for you. They can, flow on beat, flow off beat. They can give you stories. They got similes. They got metaphors. They got lyrical ability. It's not just some drug dealer street gang shit. I mean, kill, shoot. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas can put metaphors and whole fucking cinematic visual on the beat and have you sitting there like, oh, this shit is some other shit. You picturing the whole shit because that's how nice they is. Then there's some people you put the beat on and they got bars. I'm not taking nothing away from rappers that got bars because there's some nice rappers. Cassidy, you know what I mean? Just to throw in Joella, people that got bars. Joe Budden's lyrical ability. They're not artists to me. It's categories to it to me. They got bars. You'll be sitting there and like, oh, bring that shit back. Heard what that nigga said? But they can't write songs, and you get battle rappers. And they was just in Harlem. Shout outs to all the battle rappers that was over there. Shout outs to Rex, shout outs to Mook, shout outs to Cal, the other brother, I forget his name, from Jersey. They was in Harlem, 135th. I think they was doing like a cypher or some shit. That's why you hear a lot of critics, a lot of fans of the battle rappers, Charlie Clips, etc., people that's nice. They don't got no songs. They don't got not one hit. People even make fun like they couldn't make a hit to save their fucking life. But put on the beat and they could spit bars crazily. So, in this particular battle, we talking about Jim Jones, we talking about Pusha T. They was out there in Paris or wherever they was at the Louis Vuitton or whatever, etc. fashion show. Had Hove and B there in attendance. Nigga bopping his head crazy. Hove performed. And while they was on the runway, they was, playing the new song. I don't know the name of the song, but it got both of them on it. Malice sound good. To be in a hiatus, and I won't say his hiatus is or absence is something like Mace. He ran to Atlanta on some religious shit, and he stopped rapping, turned himself from Murder Mace to pastor to Mace. But he did fall back on some religious shit. You know what I mean? Black, what up? You know what I mean? He did fall back on some religious shit, and he was like, the industry is, it's the devil's playground, and it's weird in Hollywood, which it is. Hollywood is super weird. And from Hollis to Hollywood, but is he good? He sound good on the track. He like your two-win luck streak ran up or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, they both have bars, but I'm gonna give the first round to Jim Jones only because you know exactly who he's talking to. He answered properly, and he had a couple of bars, like, you know what I mean? He definitely had a couple of bars, but now, what I think was Pusha T threw that out there. He like, let me just throw this out there real quick. And like 50 Cent said, this is check, not checkers. These is warning shots. After your next move, I give you what I got. Clickety, clank, and clickety. The money goes in to my piggy bank. I'm just throwing this out there to get you to fall for it. And like Hov said, y'all fell into the booby trap. I set the trap just to see dude react. And now, you dudes can't leave. You open the door, God, I'm at you, and you will leave. And I'm sorry, Miss Rosie Perez, I call her spade a spade. It just is what it is. So I think Pusha T threw that out there. Like, let me just, give him a little subtle jab. Not gonna mention his name. And the bars is fire. The beat is crazy. The beat is super crazy on the Pusha T joint. Jim Jones rapped over like an old, kind of like an awkward beat, even though it is a hip hop beat. We're not really used to hearing him rap like that, but this is what hip hop need. Obviously he probably been waiting. Like, I'm gonna keep talking about this top 50 shit, see if he bites. Or maybe Jim Jones is ready. He been had one in the chamber ready to load. But now, game on. We're gonna see, who gets the better of who. Obviously, Pusha T came out. He made Drake announce that he got his son did the Adonis song, and Drake like last year niggas feel like they rolled on me. Last year niggas got hot because niggas told on me. You niggas is out there telling the blogs and you telling my business, but you can never fuck with me. And I think most people for the overall consensus think that Pusha T probably got the best of that battle. But Jim Jones is not going to back down. Obviously he went at Hove at one time. I don't think that was smart. I think Hove smacked him up, or Digger Hove was talking about him. And Hove took a couple other shots at Jim Jones and Cam and them. Hove is another level, obviously, lyrically. Niggas don't want to fuck with Hove. But he wasn't scared. That's the main thing. He wasn't scared. Definitely not scared of Pusha T. This is the last thing I'll say about Pusha T and the Jim Jones shit, right? Like, people like, yo, he too old. He was laughing at Hove for, rhyming in his late 40s or 50s. And that's why Hove was like, I know rapping at 38 is ill, but last year alone I grossed 38 mil. I know I ain't quite 38, but still, the flow so special, got a 38 feel. The real is back. And I think that was a line directed at Game. But anyway, now Jim Jones almost 50, you still rapping. But Pusha T, my guy. And I met Pusha T, right? Met Pusha T, met Jim Jones on the song with Jim Jones on some real rapping shit. Let me see if I can find this shit real quick while we talking about it. Anyway, met Pusha T let me see. Met Pusha T out there in motherfucking LA, game shit, Honor Up. You know what I mean? We was out there for the movie Honor Up. He was out there to show support, etc. Let's see if I can find that shit real quick. And met Jim Jones on the song with Jim Jones. This is what I will say about Jim Jones while I'm looking for this fucking song. We was in Sue's Rendezvous, right? Rest in peace, K Slay. We was in there. K Slay, he was doing the straight stunting, the 50 model straight stunting for his birthday party and shit. Damn, did I pass it? I want to get. Matter of fact, it might be right here. I might have it on here. Hold on. We was in the club. I was with my nigga General. He was showing us the ropes. Yeah, this might be it right here, the plaza. Let me see it. Yeah.
Great five.
Hold on. Jim Jones right here. We got the song with Jim Jones, right? I'm gonna show you gangsta moves. The song old, but it's still fire. Talk big money, roll dice off the stoop.
Credit card, sell white off the boot.
Where Tupac fell right off the roof. Well, let me show you who got the juice. These niggas whipping drops off pots of juice.
You popping shams on a Tuesday.
Racing up Linux and don't lose me.
They call me Young Richie Portier. Who would think that I ever get the sort of day? You say
that I brought it and I brought away. I hit the dealer and I drove the new Porsche way. Posted on 7415. I'ma go to the
sunrise. The bitches acting smart cause I was dumb.
That's the plaza right there.
The place where I first seen 100 pies.
I ain't saying I was working with 100 pies. The first where I first seen 100 pies. To all my fly niggas that I tip my hat to you. Fuck the other side.
All they wanna do is hate.
Classic right here.
Uptown niggas getting cake.
Show you how to stuff your cream. Thinking we just all shit.
I'ma show you gangsta moves.
Don't get caught out of place. My burrow get it. 7. That's me on the chorus. And, you know, that's the song we did with Jim Jones and shit. And, like I said, I met Pusha T out in LA. Shout outs to Dame, Dusko Poppington. We was in LA for the Honor Up movie. He came to support. We was in the, after the movie and shit was over, we was in the background, you know, chopping it up. I was getting behind the scene footage, popping his TV, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. But I met Jim Jones and Sue's Rendezvous before they closed it down, Mount Vernon. I was with the General. We was out doing a club run. That's pretty much we was going to 30 clubs in 30 nights, promoting the song, and you know, I working and shit. I had artists and shit. Y'all know I dibbled and dabbled and in the industry a little bit. Nothing major, but it is what it is. These are my experiences, and I gotta talk about my life and how I see it. Had Papoose, who we gonna talk about in a second. Her Uncle Murder was in the building. Jim Jones was in the building, and K Slade was in the building. Rest in peace. And you know, I was with the General. We was moving around trying to highlight these different artists and shit. And Uncle Murder gave us no play. Papoose gave us no play. You know, Jim was in there. We hollered at him real quick. You know, he had his little section and shit. Shout outs to Manson, you know what I mean? He was like, you trying to do XYZ, woo woo. Told his man that he was with, like, yo, get his number. And then the very next day, you know what I mean, he hit me up. He like, yo, y'all still trying to do the feature? Speaking of features, with Pusha T, like, you scrambling or you searching for features and you all out of your element. He hit me up the next day like, yo, I'm at the studio, woo, 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 come down. And me and Great Fire, we went to the studio and we did the song The Plaza, which is fire. Go check it out on YouTube. I say that to say, hip-hop aside, out of a lot of the artists, and I told the story before, so I'll tell it again. Out of a lot of the artists that I ran into on the grind, club running through New York streets, etc., and I met a lot. Jim Jones was the only one who was about his business. He was, you know what I mean, punctual. He was on point. He was getting to the bag as far as trying to handle business. He ain't try to pass a nigga off to the manager, to this person, to that person. Got his number, called me directly, like, yo, this Majors? I'm like, yeah. He like, this Jim? He like, this Jim? I'm like, who? You know what I mean? Next day, I'm fucking hungover, drinking mad bottles, had mad fun. Y'all know I love to stay in the strip club, looking at the phone like, Jim? I'm like, who? He like, it's Jimmy Jones. It's Jim Jones. You still trying to do the feature? I'm like, oh, yeah, definitely still trying to do the feature. Like, yo, what's the budget? What y'all trying to do? Come down to the studio. I'm going to be here all night. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me hit you right back. So he was about his business. So salute to him for that. And, again, out of the Dipset members, he probably has been the most consistent in the last 10 years out of Dipset. Dipset been around for a long time now. You know what I mean? A lot of inconsistencies with the different various artists that claim and it was a part of Dipset. But we're gonna see how it turns out as far as who gonna win the battle. But right now, even though you may not think that this song, it's not an ether, it's not a takeover, you know what I mean? It's not a bridge is over. It's not nothing like that, but it is a direct line at Pusha T, and we're going to see, you know, what he got up his sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to this other shit, though. Let's get to the Papoose, right? Because that same night, Papoose was in the building at the K Slade shit, at K Slade birthday party. You know what I'm saying? We was in there having a good old time, bottoms up, working and having a good time. Papoose was in there too. It was wild joints in there, mad, 50 straight stunt models, etc. And Papoose wasn't fucking with none of them. He wasn't throwing no money. He ain't have no bitches sitting on his lap. He wasn't hollering at none of them. He was stiff as a board. You know what I mean? Like, keep it a buck. I'm in the strip club. I'm throwing dollars. I'm all over the place. I'm moving around. I'm having a good old time. I'm bringing this up to say, this was the time Remy Ma was locked up. And I met Remy Ma down at Fight Club, shout outs to Cal, when he was going down to the Fight Club, battling niggas and shit. And she was there one time as a celebrity judge, you know what I'm saying, before she went to prison. She was down there, hosting or being one of the judges, of the battles and shit. So, got to be in the vicinity with her, etc. Obviously, she's straight from the Bronx, New York, stand up, BX, stand up. So maybe allegedly, kind of, sort of, when it comes full circle, she got her own battling hip-hop league that I didn't know about. Just found out about it when some of these rumors and rumors, the lies is starting to come out. You know what I mean? About her allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, cheating on Papoose with Easy, or the captain of the block, or whatever his name is. I guess he's the new guy. He's the face of the league, of her league. I don't know. Battle rap, I tune in when I tune in. I'm not going to act like I'm totally in the know and I'm all the way live with the battles, because I'm not. I watch it on YouTube, or, you know, sometimes somebody tell me to check out something. I check it out. But I'm not all the way in the loop like that. So I had no idea who this dude was. The rumors are, and I ain't really with the rumor mill and Chatty Patty and all that. Only reason why I'm bringing it up is to say, if it is true, right? And I don't know if it's true. I'm not saying it's true. When you put the beat on, like Bismarck, when you put the beat on, you will be shocked and amazed. I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed, if this is true. This is the era, this is the times that we're living in, right? I'm not shocked in the least. I'm not surprised in the least. Did they look like goals? Did they look like the it couple? A lot of women was cheering Papoose on. Like, he's the husband of the year. They would love to have a husband like him. And, you know, from the outside looking in, we don't know how he is behind closed doors. We don't know what, you know, we don't know their private life. We don't know. I don't know. If you know, then drop it in the comments, nigga. You know what I mean? Feel free, challenge. Put it in the comments. I don't know. Is he a good, wholesome guy? That's the image and picture that's painted. But we know that a lot of times what's out there is not necessarily reality. But let's just say that it is. Did she play herself? Did she violate for being, you know, in an entanglement with somebody like Easy, the captain, the block, or whatever his name is? Damn, I'm looking like, damn, because there's rumors coming out saying that Papoose put hands on him, gave him the 52, knocked him out. I wasn't there, so I don't know. And Jada, to quote Jada, he like, and you know what I mean? Hate a nigga that always there to see shit. No, always heard what happened, but wasn't there to see shit, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you always there to see shit or hear shit, but you don't know what happened. I wasn't there, so I don't know if he knocked him out. But rumors and people that eyewitness, they like, she was mad. She came in there with her security. And I said, damn, she was yelling at Papoose, her husband. She was mad at him. She did come on social media and say apologies to, you know, people that paid their money. The show didn't finish. People paid their money. She like, you can stop with the rumors about Easy and Papoose. I'm saying, damn, if she was mad at him, that security came, people saying that he put his hands on him, whether he knocked him out or not is irrelevant. Why would he fuck up a venue where they getting paid from, where she's the face of the league, if this shit ain't true? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I'm not promoting the rumor. I'm not saying I know this shit is true. I'm only bringing it up for two reasons. One, to say I'm not shocked and amazed when you put the beat on, if it is true. This is what humans are gonna human, adults are gonna adult, and the least expected person that you think won't cheat or got the perfect situation that you want to model your life after, that you envious of, it ain't what it, you know, it ain't what it seems to be. It could be totally different. And that's why you're not supposed to live vicariously through these entertainers, through these YouTubers, through these athletes and actors and actresses, etc. Because most of the times what they putting out is not real. You know what I mean? Chop cheese, what's the word? You know what I mean? Baby Bailey, what up? It's not what it appears to be. It's what they want you to think it is. The other reason why I'm bringing this up is because, like I said, I was in the club with Papoose at the strip club. Who goes to the strip club just to stand there, not throw no money? Now, you may see on TV, if you watch The Sopranos and you watch certain, you know, movies, you may see some people go to the strip club You know what I mean? They they talking business. They're not really there for the girls and the entertainment. They're there for business. The music and the ladies is just there for the ambiance. They really discussing shit. Papoose, that wasn't, he had his niggas with him. He was in the building. Like I said, Uncle Murray was there. Jim Jones was there. You know what I mean? K Slay, rest in peace, was there. It was lit. It was super lit. The straight stunt models was there. He wasn't entertaining none of that shit. And they wasn't even married then, to my knowledge. Yet he was being faithful, if you will. So I'm saying, damn, if she cheated on him with somebody, from her rap battle lead, it's fucked up. It's like, damn, the good guys finish last. And again, I hope it's not true. I hope what they going through or whatever, people like, yo, Shane, wish him a happy birthday. Father's Day that just passed, for those that celebrate, I don't. They're like, yo, he only posted of him and pictures with his kids. I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed. I won't be surprised if it comes out, they're doing damage control, etc. But to my knowledge, he's a stand-up dude. He wasn't slapping no ass like I was. He wasn't throwing no money like I was. He was totally not even fazed by the dancers and the strippers in the strip club that night. Maybe he was worried about people, filming him or getting word back to Remy. Or maybe that's just the type of character individual that he is. Salute to him for that. Salute to anybody that's with somebody that's locked up. They holding them down, male or female. We know that being incarcerated, not only is the person that's incarcerated, it's hard on them, but it's also hard on the person, loved ones, and his family. And if you a male or female, especially females, a lot of dudes ain't really riding with chicks doing no bids. So that put him in a whole nother stratosphere off the rip. A lot of dudes is not doing what women are doing. They're just not. They're not riding, they're not coming, they're not sending packages. They're not doing that shit. Trust me, they're not doing that. You're going to see more women on a visit than you're going to see dudes on a visit to go visit women that's locked up in the penitentiary. That's not me guessing. That's not me talking out the ass. These are the facts. You can go Google it yourself. And I'm sure you may know a female or two that's locked up. Bitches get locked up too on a regular basis. You know what I mean? Yeah, they get locked up too. So to hear about the rumors, I'm not shocked and amazed. I hope it's not true, because I do believe that the image they were portraying, the perception that was out there, was healthy. It was good to see, two black, two successful black, people, couple, live in the marriage union to show people what can be done. Because a lot of people is done with marriage, especially in America. A lot of brothers they getting their passports, they traveling overseas. People are jumping out of marriages left and right, like people from fire escapes. When the fires, engulfing the building, people is jumping Geronimo out of marriages. People don't want to hear about marriages, and yeah, like people ain't really fucking with it like that. And the shit is so much on a decline. When you see a couple like them that's been doing well, that people say is goals, when you hear about the inevitable, what seems like, it's like, damn, we was rooting for them. Damn, we was hoping that they could have, been like the Cosbys, or they could have made it last forever and ever and ever. Keep sweat. But, we'll see what happens. Speaking of marriage, Scottie Pippen, put 33s on the bitch back like Pippen. 30, like you do the addition. Scottie Pippen, obviously he been in the news, for some time now, since the Last Dance came out. Michael Jordan, the best NBA player of all times for most people. Some people got LeBron James. I got Mike still. LeBron is number 2 for me. With that being said, Scottie Pippen, top 50 player all time. We're talking about the 50 best rappers of all time. There's no debate that Scottie Pippen is top 50 of all time NBA, right? And his wife, what's her name? Laura or Lawson or Larissa, whatever the fuck her name is, Pippen, she been in the news for leaving Scottie, dealing with Future, dealing with various other entertainers and shit, pretty much making her rounds on the hot dog carousel, if you will. No shame, straight savage. Challenge. And you know, most recently she still is dealing with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, teammate, son. And this shit is crazy, 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 crazy. And I did a show about this. Go see the other video that I did speaking about Scottie Pippen, because his young son was on the Lakers, and what's the other player name she was dealing with? Michael Beasley. He was on the Lakers, and you know, you got to be in the same locker room and sharing the same confines as a person that was smashing your moms, and you know, just to see your mom spinning on the internet, and as I plainly say on the show, you spinning in the clip, crazy. You spinning in the clip for all the wrong reasons, and it's like, damn. You making a mockery. You look bad. You out here getting your cheeks clapped by all these young random dudes that don't give a fuck about you. And once they finish, you know what I mean, nutting all over you, no pun intended, they're gonna be done with you, and you out of here. Do you ever think about when you out of here? Your record deal, video out of here, your Mercedes Benz, your whole career is out of here. The divorce is final now, or it's coming to the conclusion, and she's getting half. She's getting half, like half. And Scottie Pippen ain't been playing since then. When was the last championship Mike and him? Was 96, right? He been retired. Been out the league over 15 years, over 15 years now. It's a long time. He ain't getting that NBA money he was getting no more. Got the retirement or whatever he got. I'm not counting his pockets. I don't know how much money he got. I know he got more than me. Challenge. But just to think that she can get a divorce, I don't know if he was cheating. I don't know about none of the, you know, what he was doing. We know what she was doing after the separation. And just to think that she can be out here in these streets, being a streetwalker, you know, on the show she was on, talking about she was having sex every night or 4 times a week or whatever. She was saying some wild shit, right? And then people, even ladies was like, really? You having that much sex? That she could get half. Half of everything you work for, half of this, you know what I mean? Like, total embarrassment. You're not hustling for your first name. You hustling for your last name and honor up. This is why people, and mostly men, are not getting married. They don't want to get married in America. They don't want no parts of being married because the system is rigged. It's not a fair game. That's why you got successful YouTubers like Coach Greg Adams, you know, when the Manosphere, etc., putting out video after video after video on why brothers shouldn't get married, why brothers are not getting married, and the downfalls or the pros and cons, if you will, of being married. I was married, not married no more, obviously. I'm divorced. I filed for divorce. I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Come from a family of marriages. I got a lot of my aunts, cousins, etc. all married, uncles and shit, over 20 years, 25 years, 22 years, 15 years. You know what I mean? My mom's been married over 20. I mean, like, so I come from that. So I have just a little bit to say about this. This is why people don't want to get married in America no more. And it's not to say that if you was a partner, you was a wife, you know what I mean? And I'm going to just say wife because unless you marry J. Blige or you know, somebody like that, you normally don't see a husband getting, you know, filing for divorce, etc., leaving the marriage, and then they booking a woman for alimony and child support and shit like that. You know, spousal support. It's mostly the women. And so when you see a guy like a Scottie Pippen, top 50 player of all time, like Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, he top 50 of all times. 6-time champion, NBA All-Star, etc., Defensive Player of the Year. To be with a woman like her, and I'm going to say like her, and I'm using it in a low quality way, because it's like everybody's not created equal, and you know, it's levels to this shit. You got good women, bad women, you got quality men, you got scumbag men. That's why Slick Rick, you know what I mean, on the Mona Lisa, like ladies, gentlemen, and low line. You got some low class scumbag, scum of the earth people out here. Let's be clear. And let's not bite our tongues about it. Let's call them out. Let's call a spade, and it is what it is. That's a Jay-Z reference. Half? Really? You wasn't with me shooting in the gym, and, you know, again, to, you know, for him to not put their business out there. He talk about everything but her. I haven't heard her mention her at all. Talk about Michael Jordan, talk about the films and LeBron James being better than Michael. Talk about all this shit on the internet because he making his rounds and shit. Never heard him say nothing bad about her. Never, put her business out there. Yes, she could be with the Future, Michael Beasley, this person, Michael Jordan, his teammate's son. This is the type of chick that she is. It's low level and it's low class. She shouldn't be awarded half. Now, she was with him for how many other years and laws, etc. Should she get something? Yeah, probably should get something. She was his wife. Not half. And this is why the soccer player, I don't know his name, he put all his assets in his mom's name, and then the actress or whoever she was, when she filed for divorce and found out that nothing was in his name and like you gets nothing but dust and blood, like the Black Panther said the thing, you get nothing but dust and blood, like she gets nothing. In fact, because he's considered with nothing and she had the assets, he was entitled to get some of what her assets was. I don't know if he went through with it or not and tried to book her, but you had people on the internet, a lot of men, celebrating, being happy, like, oh, City Boy's up 1,000,000 points, because it was like, this is an instance where we won one, we got over. And you try to get over like a fat rat. Women get over when it comes to the system. Child support, alimony, spousal support, they taking everything. And, I seen this shit even happen in my family. I won't put the business on blast. I'll just say that when the divorce took place, the brother got the bad end of the stick, talking about his pension, 401, work hard for his whole fucking life. He was in his early 60s, probably like 62, 63. And just to see that he had to move back in with his kids, and he was really fucked up after all those years of working his ass off, then only being married for a few years, and the system stuck it to him like that. I was like, damn, bro, this shit is ruthless, this shit is heartless, and it's a dog-eat-dog world, and, this is what men have to contend with if you choose to get married. If you do choose to get married, you still believe in love, and you're looking for love in all the wrong places, and I'm being funny, but I'm not. Do it the religious way. That's what I would say. Go get married in the synagogue. Go get married at the masjid. Go get married in the eyes of the Most High and not in the court system. So that way, if things don't work out, and it's not to say that you're looking for an exit plan, but most women do. They lock on for 10 years, 7, 8 years, depending on what state you're in, depending on who you are. Josh, what up? Depending on where you at. They're going to exit, and they're going to exit with some funds. And I seen this shit up close. So to see that she going to get half and she wasn't with him shooting in the gym, shit is disheartening. But let that be a lesson. You know what I mean? So if you working on yourself, you working on your purpose, you in the NBA, you a top-notch athlete, actor, etc. You in the 1 percentile or 10%, 20%. You work all your whole life to get where you at. Be careful who you choose, because we know that a woman could be married to a whole husband, get pregnant by somebody else, and that somebody else can have to pay child support. Like fuck infidelity and the laws under God in the eyes of the Lord, and for good or worse, for sickness and health. The shit is rigged, and I think men are waking up to it. And I'm not against marriage. I'm not. I just think you definitely need to vet extremely well, intensely, and you need to be mindful that it's a business. It's not all just about love and butterflies in your stomach and she look good and her body is phenomenal and all that. Like, it need to be other things that you consider before you go into that business contract, because it is a business contract. And once those ties are severed, if you're the man, it's not really set up for you to come out on the winning side. You're going to probably be like Tyrese and a slew of other, men of high value or just have money financially. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this other shit though, right? Let's get into Jalea Erson, right? This is a sad story. I did a story about this story coming out of the Bronx with the forget her mom's name. Her moms don't even need to be mentioned. But 6-year-old girl, Jalea Erson, if I believe I'm saying the name right. She died. What up, my guy? Is what up? She was killed. Let's keep it a buck. Unfortunately, by her mom's. You know what I mean? A little Bronx dirty bitch. You know what I'm saying? And she was abusing, you know, a 6-year-old daughter, her 3-year-old daughter, and an 8-year-old son. And this is why it's disheartening, because it's supposed to be systems set up in place, right? When you talk about the child health care system, the services, these different agencies that's put in place, they had, you know, if they had knowledge of this, that stuff was going on. A little boy went to school, was telling his teachers and shit. They went out to the home, seen the home was looking like shit, smelling like feces, smelling like urine, old food, rotten and all that. Like, shit is just some Viking shit. This is after the daughter, you know, Miss young Jalea died. She called police up, 911, like, my daughter's unresponsive, found her in the closet. And when they checked out, seeing that she was really abused, you know what I mean, has been being abused, they didn't charge her with murder. This is why I'm bringing this to topic, because it's always like the black woman and, you know, women is always the most unprotected, but particularly the black woman, because I'm black and but you black. So I talk about the black topics and shit that affects the community and how I see things, right? Not to say that this doesn't happen in other communities and other community towns, but I'm black and I'm speaking about the black issues. Black women is quick to say that shit. Oh, we the most disrespected. Oh, we the most unprotected. Oh, we this, we that. Blah, blah, blah. And And it's not true. It's a false narrative. It's really the fucking kids. These are the most unprotected and, dare I say, the most disrespected because of the parents and the adults in the room, or the people that's supposed to be the adults in the room. So she calls up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, say her child is unresponsive. They come out, the EMS, etc. Ambulance. They come, they check it out. They see that the child got whoops on her. She was abused. They look at the other kids, see they was abused. You look up the records, you see that the little boy went to school. He always wore the same clothes, had lacerations on him and shit. Had a record and report of saying, yo, my mom's just fucking me up, punching me in my face and doing me dirty. And the social workers that went out there, they gave her a pass because they said she was bipolar. She wasn't on her medication. And I'm saying, you know what I mean? God damn. Don, what up? I'm saying, really? You're going to give her a pass even though you are witnessing or you see signs that the children are being abused, but because she's not taking her medication, you giving her a pass? How about take the kids away, let her get help, then we can figure it out from there. And this is why I was talking to my uncle and shit, even though he younger than me, he like a cousin, you know what I mean? But shout out to my Uncle Terrence. Love spending some time with you on Friday. We was chopping up, we was building. Side note, shout outs to all the people that genuinely want to see you win. They don't care if you become more successful than them. Y'all don't have to talk all the time. Y'all don't have to see each other all the time. But when you do, the vibes, the energy, everything is positive. Y'all building, y'all trying to help one another. You know what I mean? You want to see each other win. Like win, 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 win. Fuck everything else. So shout outs to him and shout outs to everybody like him. And I'm putting myself in that category. Always want to see people win. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's me and you get bigger than me, be the biggest. Like Rick Ross, we the biggest. And another one, so we was just chopping it up, and he was telling me this is why he don't feel women should be in the child care services. So when he first said it, I didn't really know where he was going with it. And as the conversation, you know, as we continue to converse and we was talking about it, I agree with him and I sided with him because his point was this. You know, women is, even though it's like a fake women code, and I'm being funny, but I'm not, sisterhood, we know that, or I know that, women always tear each other down the most. They're going to make you feel the most insecure. They're going to let you go out with your titties hanging, one titty to the side, your makeup fucked up. They're going to call you a baddie even though you were 2 and you average at best. They're gonna fuck your man, and you know they're gonna do all type of shady, underhand, low down, greasy, foul shit to each other. It is what it is. Then they'll be like women power and girl power, black girl rock and all this shit. But we know a lot of times that's not true. And for whatever reason, the cattiness and to be the queen bee, to be the best in the room or whatever, it's a lot of underhand foul shit going on with them. And it's also fake identifying, like, oh, you know, my baby father's this. You wanna become victim buddies, victimhood shit. So it's like if you see a single woman, like this lady was, 3 kids, I don't know if she got 3 baby fathers or not, or they all the same father, I doubt it. When you look at all the tattoos and you see on her fucking Facebook, she was a trap queen, and you know, now she working for 311, and you know, just to see, you know, what type of individual she was when they went in the house, and it was scandalous. And that shit was mad fucking nasty, like a lot of bitches. You go to their crib, they look good, they got red bottoms, their makeup is immaculate, their nails is immaculate, and you get in the fucking house and you like, oh, I'm not taking my pants off. I'm not sitting on this dirty bitch couch. Who the fuck you standing up? Yeah, this is not a PG show. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, pop if it's TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling. Fuck you in the bathroom standing up so I can clean up and get, I'm being funny, but I'm not. Dirty bitch, right? The social worker, like, you know, gave her a pass, if you will. Like, damn, you bipolar, you a single mother. She probably identified with her a little bit. Probably gave her the sister code, yeah, niggas ain't shit. I know you struggling, so I'm, you know what I mean, let you get yourself together. And because of that, months later, weeks later, little Jalea lost her life. Because the social worker that came there sort of said, damn, you bipolar, you're not taking your medicine, so you don't want to get better. The house is in shambles. Your kids are showing signs of abuse. We got to take these kids out of here because we have to do what's best for the kids who can't protect themselves, not what's best for the adult parents who keep making bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. We can't coddle and fondle you. It doesn't work that way, and not for no man. And I tell my little cousins, my little nephews that's gonna be men, you know what I mean, that's man-childs and males, the world is not gonna coddle you as a man. You're gonna get the full brunt and reality of being a man. Nobody's gonna give you no fucking passes. But you'll see women to throw another woman a lifeline just on the feeling like you're a victim too. You know what I mean? And the system failed, little Jalea. It's unfortunate, but the kicker is, although little Jalea is dead, unfortunately, the mother's not charged. She's still not charged. They charged her with neglect or abuse of the other kids. But you didn't charge her with death and murder of her 6-year-old daughter? Can somebody explain that to me? I know I'm not the brightest. I know I got my GED, you know what I mean? I know I graduated from ABE, that's adult basic education. I'm being funny, but I'm not. And I didn't go to college. Why is she not charged? Should she be charged? And should she go under the jail, bipolar or not? I think she should be charged with manslaughter, murder, something. She shouldn't be out with an ankle monitor, back in the project, smoking weed, being a 311 fucking agent. I don't think so. I think she should be charged to the full extent of the law for the crime that she committed with killing her 6-year-old daughter. Unfortunately, it's foul. Super foul. Speak about some other shit, right? Speak about Brother Polite. You know what I mean? Let's speak about Brother Polite. I did a story about this. Go see the other video I did. And this is when you know, the story first broke about him, you know, obviously doing some essay stuff and molestation and all that to, you know, the daughter of one of his wives. You know what I mean? He living a polygamous lifestyle and shit. You know what I mean? On Instagram and social media, living his best life, right? He came out, you know, still on live, still not showing no humility, still feeling bold, brave, and arrogant, if you will. You know what I mean? Keish, what up? He claiming that he didn't cop out to no charges, there was no plea deal, etc. However, when you look online and you start seeing, you other videos, and y'all know I'm in these YouTube streets. Y'all know I'm running through these social media platforms, and they should have never. When you look at some other channels and some other information, you see that he didn't cop out yet. He didn't take a plea yet. So technically, he's telling the truth. And when you look at the paperwork, you see the charges, you see his lawyers negotiating the plea on his behalf, like most do when you have a lawyer, public defender or not. And he's going to take a plea in July, next month, 2-3 weeks from now. You say, damn, bro, just shut up. Just keep it quiet. Just go away and be done with it. For you to still try to come on social media, try to save your image, try to, you know what I mean? Like, this is why I'm bringing this up. Because I did a show. I did a few shows. Kodak Black and other people that's, accused or took lesser charges, Charlemagne. You know what I mean? I'm not taking no pleas. Not copping out. I'm not staining my name with anything that can fucking tarnish my reputation as a man when it comes to that department. Something else, I may take a plea, even if I ain't do it. Like, damn, I got these felonies, I go to trial, they might try to finish me. But anything in the sexual department, nah, negative. Let's go to trial. You're going to have to prove that. You're going to have to prove that 100% without a shadow of a doubt, without a reasonable doubt. And for him to take any pleas or, anything like that, you look at the mugshot, that nigga was smacked in the face. You got a shady history for scamming and, not being a high value or a high quality individual. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shadiness with you. For you to get online, as soon as, when this shit is about to take place in a few weeks, people gonna go dig. People gonna wanna prove themselves right. Like, oh nah, this niggas really did do this shit. Look right here. And I didn't go do that. I'm not gonna go digging in the crates. I'm not gonna go doxing nobody. I'm not gonna probably never do that. I'll do a Google search. I'll look at some other channels, see what type of information is out there. I'm not gonna dive that deep because it's really not that serious to me. Do I want to be accurate? Do I want to put out the proper information? Absolutely I do. I'm not gonna come out and lie, put no false information. That's why I always say allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of, to protect myself for no slander and defamation of character, right? But it's people who live for this shit. So all they do, they got time, like I got time today. And when you look at the other channels, people that did dox him, they got the court papers, all the charges is there. And it look like you're gonna cop out. We're gonna see, maybe you're right. But what's the sense of coming out now saying anything if you really are gonna take a plea? Even if it's to the lesser charge. Let this shit blow over, beat your trial first, then jump online like told you niggas in that feeling of winning, because that's your money. So when you win and you got that feeling, oh, niggas can't tell you shit. You know what I mean? Like game time, hit the game winning shot and you won. When you didn't win anything and it's still possible that you might go to jail for a couple years, why speak about something and add, fuel to the fire for people to start doxing you and saying, oh, this nigga's real arrogant. This nigga's real bold. Let's go look up and see, shit is public record. Let's see what it's really hitting for. And a couple of channels say they got paperwork on them. I'm going to say allegedly still until I think July 7th supposed to cop out. You know what I mean? His lawyers are working out the deal with the prosecutor and the judge and all that. And I'm not shocked and amazed if this does happen. When you see people like him that's real flashy, real, join my program, I'm a millionaire, I'm styling on you niggas, I got 5 wives, I got the Range Rover, y'all niggas is dumb and religious this, religious that, I'm the GOD, you know what I mean? And that's just me personally. I always look at people like that with the side eye, like, man, you flossing too much, like you mouthing off the cops out of cranberry drops a little bit too much, you know what I'm saying? And so for me, I'm gonna look with the side eye and I'll wait for things to play out, and then weeks later, months later, 2 years later, you being charged with essay and molestation of a minor and endangering. It's like, huh? Not you, God. Not you, my brother. You know what I mean? Not you, the most enlightening, the most smartest, the most richest, the biggest, the baddest. And another one, not you. Not you, my brother. And I'm not surprised when you put the beat on. In the Quran, it talks about, not to be religious. There's some people speech in this world that dazzle you. should have you speechless. And you can equate that to like poetry, rap, people that know how to speak real well. Some of them are religious leaders. They get you to get in your feelings. They get you to feel over emotional. They get you to get overzealous. And that's why you see a large population or a large, influx of online influencers. Join my program. I'm going to show you how to be the biggest, the baddest, the deafest. You know what I mean? Chris Rock. You know what I mean? I'm going to show you how to get $100 million online. All you got to do is subscribe to my program. Put up $1,000. Put up $500. I'm going to show you my step-by-step process of getting rich. It's plenty of people like that. Then when you see the DJ Envies of the world and people like, oh, it's a scam. When you see the Earn Your Leisure and people like Pocket Watching with JT and Tony the Closer exposing these people. And I don't know if everything is true or not. I'm just saying now more than ever with the internet, a nigga could just turn their phone on, get a haircut like me and like, oh, we live, and then start talking this shit. You got to be careful that you don't get duped, that you don't get got by people that's just talking fast. And they're like, nah, I'm not talking fast. You just listening slow. They're going to get you. They're going to book you for your little chips and your monies and your earnings. And you're going to be sitting there with the sad face, sticker face like, damn, nigga got me online. Nigga booked me for my little bit of chips because he was talking fast about a program and you so thirsty to be the next influential person online. There's plenty of programs, like there's plenty of people pushing that narrative like they can help you. And he was one of those people. I'm going to show you how to get rich. I'm going to show you how to get like me, counting all his money on some Floyd Mayweather shit, putting all the money on the table. And I'm not jealous, envious of nobody that's getting to the bag. Get your money. Because that's your money, son. Get all the money you came here to get. Fuck it, get your money. I'm not mad at you. Get it how you get it. I'm just telling the average person, the regular person, watch out. Be mindful or be a victim. They finding more new and inventive ways to book people for their bread. They are. They definitely are. So you need to be mindful. But am I shocked and amazed that he was charged with a crime like he's charged, and if he's gonna do time for some shit like this? Nah, I'm not. I ain't gonna say he gave off those vibes, but again, when people are so braggadocious, when they think they're always the smartest person in the room and all that, and they're gonna show you, and they are real quick to just style on you or think they styling on you with materialistic things, you gotta look at them with the side eye. You know what I mean? And we be on here for a little minute. We about to talk about this last thing real quick. You know what I'm saying? This story just broke, unfortunately. So in Chicago, and y'all know, it's a nice place to visit, I'm sure, but I'm never fucking with Chicago. Never. And I'm sure there's more places that's more low down, greasy, dirty, and grimy than Chicago. But when you hear a lot of the stories and the unfortunate blood spill and bloodshed that comes out of Chicago, you say, damn, who the fuck is intentionally moving to Chicago? And I'm sure they got nice places, but anytime you can pull up to McDonald's and 30, 40, 50, 60 shots rain out on your ass, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, it's a story coming out of Chicago with a brother who lost his life named Jeremy Brown, and the moms and her son who was the cause of the death. Her name is Calissa, if I'm not mistaken, Hood, and the name of her son hasn't been revealed yet because he's a 14-year-old minor. The video I seen is they in a food place, a restaurant or whatever, pizza shop, local, hood spot where you get fast food. They arguing. The dude is like, yo, say another word, Jeremy Brown. Say another word. I'm going to knock your head off. I'm going to punch your head off. I'm going to knock your block off. He real aggressive. He's real angry. He's real mad. Maybe road rage. I don't know what she said. Did she challenge his manhood, etc.? Whatever she said, I don't think he should have hit her. Now that her action caused the reaction where he had no discipline, he had no self-wherewithal, and he lost control. Maybe he blacked out in a blind rage. He punched her in the head 3 times in the face. So he kept his word. Bang, bang, like fooled off. And he told, like, say another word, and I'm going to clock you. I'm going to knock your block off. He did just that. I think he was wrong for that. I think he should have practiced more self-restraint. And because of that, I guess, her son was outside in the car or whatever. She texting her son, come to the joint. He pulls up to the door, the entrance. He witnesses his mom get socked in the face, get rocked in the face. She tells him to go to the car, get the blicky. He goes to the car, gets the blicky. You know what I mean? Riri, what up? He goes to the car, gets the blicky, comes back, rah. I'm ill, I'm ill, I'm ill, rah. I'm ill, like popped him in the back, you know what I mean? 14-year-old pop you in the back. Didn't kill him. Homie gets away, runs outside. They both run outside. The moms and her 14-year-old boy, she commanding them, she's ordering them to finish him off, like fatality, flawless victory, finish him. Some Karate Kid shit, finish him, you know what I mean? When he put his hands up and kicked him, you know what I mean? Kicked Johnny in the face, finished him off, broke his nose in front of everybody. She told her son to finish him. Now again, he should have never put his hands on her, in my opinion. As a man, I talk about this on the channel a lot. Got a lot of nieces, got a lot of cousins, females in my family. I love them. If I'm there and I could do something about it, I'm going to protect them. I'm going to put it on the line like 50 Cent. Dun, dun, like your life's on the line. I'm going to put it on the line. Even though they may be wrong. That's just what it is. Family going to stick together. And then we'll deal with it in the back office like, bitch, what the fuck was you doing? And why was you, not I mean? Like, what you doing out here? We're going to deal with it later. However, while I'm in the presence, I'm not going to have another man beat on anybody in my family, right? With that being said, I tell them all the time, don't jump in no man's face. Don't be arguing and disrespecting no man. Because the chances are, unless you Layla Ali, Ronda Rousey, what's the other, Diaz, the fucking the UFC chick that just retired. Unless you can fight like them, you shouldn't be jumping in no man's face. You shouldn't be putting no bass in your voice and dealing with no man. One, because you're gonna lose. Like Rocky, you can win. Now again, if you train, what up, D-Rock? Happy belated birthday. Love is love. I see you out there enjoying and living your best life. You can win. Certain instances, yeah, we see women fuck niggas up. It's rare though. It's very, very rare because God made us one way and he made you another way. And the chances are, if you square up with a man, he gonna knock your teeth out. He gonna punch you in your chest so hard you're gonna feel like you got cancer in your breast. He gonna do you dirty. And this is what happened. Again, I'm not condoning what he did. He lost his life. He got shot and got murdered by her 14-year-old son. And this is out of Chicago. We talking about the last topic before we get out of here. We're talking about Jeremy Brown, who was gunned down outside a fast food place because he was arguing with a woman at the line. Told her, I'm gonna punch you in your face, etc. If you say another word, she said another word, punched her 3 times, like do the right thing. Not 1, not 2 like LeBron James, not 3, like punched her 3 times in the face. Her son sees that. She tells her son, go get the blicky. And oh yeah, just because you 14, just because you 13, just because you a teenager, don't mean you're not playing with hammers. Don't mean young folks is not taking life. We see it all the time. And to quote Cam, and I'm being funny because it's not really a funny issue. Niggas get killed every day, B. Babies get killed every day too, B. Teenagers is killing each other every day, B. So we know they carry guns, especially in Chicago. They with the shits. She told him go get the gun. He came, got the gun. No regards for nobody in the restaurant. Popped that nigga in the restaurant in the back. He runs out the store. They follow him. She like, finish him. Shot him 2 more times and killed him. Now, was he wrong for punching her in the face? Yes. Do he deserve to die and be gunned down like a dog in the street by another young black man? Oh, but you black? No. But this is what she was telling him. Because now she want revenge. She want blood. I don't know what she said for him to punch her in the face. I don't think he should have punched her in the face. But like I tell women, the women in my family, every man is not going to practice self-restraint. Every man is not going to have discipline, patience to walk away like, could have smacked this bitch head up, but you know what? I'm out of here. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to be a part of this shit. You got it, sis. I'm going to keep it moving because you're not even worth it. Some niggas is with the shits. Like, bitch, say that, suck your dick. They're gonna stomp your fucking head to the ground. And people, after we watching the video, we be like, damn, he jumped on her like Donkey Kong. 8 times, stomped her fucking face in. Why did he do that? No, she wasn't ready. We see plenty of videos like this on World Star on social media. Don't jump in no man's face. And again, it doesn't make it right what he did, but should he have got shot and gunned down? No, he should have been arrested, should have been charged with assault, should have been, you know what I mean, or any county, but instead, he lost his life, got shot 3 times and killed by a 14-year-old. So now, she's a licensed gun holder out there, I think it's concealed out there. They got the audio, they got the video of her telling her 14-year-old son, finish him, kill him off, and make sure he dead. And he did. Then this is the last kicker, right? Because black women, again, women, y'all the most disrespected, you the most, you know what I mean, violated and unprotected. They went back to the restaurant because she wanted to pop somebody that was in the restaurant that was laughing at the situation, like, good for her that he punched her. Somebody saying, you know, details still coming out. It might have been his girlfriend. Maybe it was another Patreon or the person in the business. But she went back to the restaurant with the burner. Her son had to wrestle the gun from her because she was going to catch another body. This shit crazy, crazy, shit crazy. And unfortunately, we living in a lot of fucked up times. That's why you got to be mindful where you at, where you going, who you around, who going to be there. And, you know, be courteous. Be respectful. Respect goes a long way. It don't got nothing to do with being scared. You ain't no punk pussy in the faggot like Marlon. You ain't a faggot. You not scared. You not shaky. A little nervous. A little shaky. A little nervous. It don't got nothing to do with the numbers. They deep. You're not. Respect and being courteous to your fellow man, woman, or whatever goes a long way. Because if he would have just kept it pushing, no matter what she said, he wouldn't have hit her, and he'd probably still be alive. But she told her son to gun that nigga down, and he gunned him down. May not be the first time, we don't know, but his life is over. Man, he going to jail for murder. Now, I mean, he's 14. If he get 30 to life, he could come on my age, 44, still maybe have a chance. But it's just sad and unfortunate that we be so quick, but you black, to do each other the filthiest. And like Tupac said, it's not them that's knocking us off. It's us that's knocking us off. Better be, you know what I mean? Better be aware or become a victim. But you know what it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in to my show, Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.